Hey everybody. Well, first of all, I said I was probably never going to use my telephone again to take videos, but I just happened to be out in the greenhouse and I thought, well, you know what? Things are looking pretty darn good out here and I don't have my camera with me, so why not take a video? Now, you remember last time, I think I showed you that my daughter Maddy and I, we were working on planting these in the house, and she put the little labels on there for me to tell me what rows are what, and we had some Paul Robeson tomatoes in rows 10 and 11, and we had some Buckbees new in rows 6 through 9. Now, still got some Buckbees new there that are coming up, doing fairly well, all the way over to there. Got some black cherry heirlooms, and ground cherries, still nothing from the ground cherries, but I'm holding out hope. Jalapeno peppers are starting to come up, and I got some Rio Grande tomatoes right there. I think what you see that's up right now in terms of tomatoes is pretty much going to be it. Down here, I don't have a lot of melons, but some of them are starting to sprout now that weren't sprouting before. I was a little upset that I had one seed from each type of melon I was planting sprout, and that's it. But they're all starting to go now. Some more Tigger melons. Now, this is what I'm pretty excited about. Here's some Paul Robeson tomatoes right there. Look at that. They've got their second and third set of leaves on some of those now. Buckbees new. They're looking well. Jersey Giant, not too bad. Here's another Jersey Giant right there, and a Rio Grande. Now, these were planted at the same time as these, but these came up a little bit later, and these came up a little bit sooner. So what I've been doing is taking the pellets with the tomatoes in them and planting them fairly low, and then covering up the stems with dirt. Otherwise, the stems would be like 6 or 7 inches tall right now, and getting some stronger root growth on there. Similar thing here, a black cherry tomato, and down here with the algae and the water, I've got some more Paul Robeson, some Buckbees new, Matt's wild cherry tomato, and some cucumbers that are getting their second set of leaves. Some more black cherry. Here are my watermelons. That's a Chelsea watermelon right here, a crisscross watermelon, and a Moon and Stars that's a couple years old on the seed, and more Rio Grande, more Buckbees new, some Tigger melons. I was running out of potting soil, so I used regular dirt the other day, and those hopefully will start to come up. And here's Maddy's plants. Now, she did the same thing I did. She started out in a peat pot, and now she's been moving some of hers over. She's got White Wonder cucumbers. That's what these the big ones there are. And she's got some Early Girl tomatoes and some beefsteak and some giant. We found some giant tomato seeds. I forget what variety they were. And she's got zinnias and some other flowers because she's a girl and she likes that kind of stuff. Oh, cypress vines there. And then here's some things that she's going to transplant later this week. Now, this right here, this is my favorite thing in the greenhouse right now. This is, check out the leaves if you can. If these two weren't here, this would be a normal citrus tree, but it's a trifoliate. It's not a purebred trifoliate orange, one of those flying dragon things. This is a Rusk citrange, which is a cross between some of the trifoliate citrus that is cold hardy but has a fairly bad taste, and an orange. And this right here is cold hardy down to 0 degrees. It is the one that, well, I mean, I've never had them before, but they're supposed to be close to edible, as close to the edibility of an orange pretty much as you can get. in the trifoliate crosses. You can use the rind for marmalades. You can use the juices for something similar to lemonade, and the trifoliate bitter taste and smell, supposedly there's a smell to those two, this is one of the varieties that it is the least in. So I wanted to pick this up. I thought it'd be kind of cool to grow oranges in Kansas in the middle of winter. And this plant came to me in a gallon, just a gallon package in the mail. I repotted it here. I'm actually going to plant it out in the yard close to the house, so we have kind of a microclimate going on there, and it's going to be close to power. So for the first couple of years anyway, while it's small, I'm going to have to go out there and maybe put some Christmas lights around it or a blanket over it when it gets too cold in the winter. But yeah, after about 3 years or so, 2 or 3 years, it's supposed to pretty much stick up for itself. And unless we really see something that's going to be much below zero, I won't have to do a whole lot to it. And it is up close to the house, so it's going to be shielded from the wind and the snow and things like that. And it's only going to be about 10 feet away from the dryer vent too. So, you know, worst comes to worst, I'll just dry a whole bunch of clothes overnight. But anyway, it looks very healthy. There are some spots on the leaves that they said they've actually had some snowstorms this year in South Carolina this winter, and it went through those fairly well, and just a tiny bit of damage to the leaves. But this has actually been out in cold weather already. I got the rototiller out here, and out there it's a little windy right now, so I'm not going to go out there. But got the 2 8x4 foot beds and the 2 by 2 beds. Got 16 potatoes out there and about 50 onions planted. Just waiting for it to warm up. I think April 10th is our frost-free date, so waiting for them to warm up. My tub of water here I've been using and refilling, been using it to water the plants with, and it is, I'd say right now it's probably 75-80 degrees in the greenhouse. It's about 55 outside, and I'd say that water's probably about 85 degrees. It's a lot warmer than it is in here. Anyway, that's all. Just wanted to show you guys what was going on, and I promise I will try not again to use my video part of my phone and carry my camera around with me when I know I'm coming out here. Alright, take care everyone. Have a good weekend. Bye.